It's Film Rich and welcome back to my channel where we break down the gritty world of Mr Inbetween scene by scene. Today we're diving into Season 2 Episode 9, which is titled Socks Are Important. In this episode, the stakes for Ray are at the highest level as he races against time to recover a missing child. Before we begin, a quick content warning. This episode explores deeply unsettling themes including child abduction, which may be triggering for some viewers. While Mr Inbetween often balances dark humour with violence, this episode leans heavily into its darker side, showcasing just how far Ray will go to protect the people he loves. Viewer discretion is advised. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did making it, and if you'd be so kind as to like, share and subscribe to my channel so I can keep producing content like this, that would be swell. So please sit back and let's get into it. The episode opens with Ray and his daughter Brittany visiting Kirk's ex-wife to address the aftermath of Kirk's death. Ray offers her financial support, but she declines, determined to handle things on her own. She also reveals that she has no intention of telling her daughter, Maddie, the truth about Kirk's suicide, choosing instead to shield her from the harsh reality. Ray decides to take Brittany and Maddie out for the day. The trio shares lighthearted moments debating what movie to watch, eventually settling on a children's film, much to Ray's reluctance. Afterwards, they stop by a sports store where Ray is in the market for new socks. While browsing the store, Brittany and Maddie run off to look at bikes, with Ray telling Maddie to pick one out for her birthday. Brittany tries to secure a gift of her own, but the mood quickly shifts when Maddie suddenly disappears. Her bike is found abandoned, sparking immediate concern. Ray frantically searches the store, eventually demanding to review the CCTV footage. The security guard is on his phone in the CCTV room. Ray immediately snatches his phone off him, tells him to pull the footage up. The chilling footage reveals a man leading Maddie out of the store. She's been abducted. The carefree tone of the day evaporates, replaced by a sense of urgency and dread, as this is showing every parent's worst nightmare. Ray wastes no time and immediately calls Freddy, requesting a list of known sex offenders in the area. Freddy assures Ray he'll get the information as soon as possible. Meanwhile, Ray enlists Gary's help, sending him a photo of the kidnapper. Gary, despite being occupied with his own questionable activities, drops everything to assist. Ray also takes Brittany to her mother's workplace for safety, brushing off any objections with his characteristic urgency. Gary follows a lead that points to a man named Peggy. Known for his involvement in shady dealings, Peggy admits to having knowledge of children being held in a basement, further escalating the stakes. Freddy's subplot offers a brief moment of levity amidst the tension as he argues with his wife over household matters. However, the humour is short-lived when Ray storms in, demanding answers. In a particularly intense moment, Ray uses a shotgun to intimidate Freddy's son-in-law, who denies any involvement in Maddie's abduction. Gary's investigation leads him to a house where a group of 2 men and 1 female, led by a blonde individual, are playing video games. Posing as a buyer for illegal arms, Gary quickly becomes suspicious of a locked basement door. When the men try to deflect his inquiries, Gary takes matters into his own hands, drawing his weapon and forcing his way into the basement. Inside, he discovers Maddie, terrified but unharmed. Gary wastes no time, taking Maddie to safety and driving her home to her mother. Before leaving, he ties up the group responsible and punching the blonde guy when he says he doesn't do anything to them, he just sells them. With Maddie safe, Ray receives a text from Gary confirming her rescue. Though relieved, Ray's focus shifts to retribution. He drives to the house where the kidnappers are being held. His expression is cold and calculated. In the final scene, Ray enters the basement where the kidnappers are tied up. Without hesitation, he closes the door behind him. Moments later, he emerges, his clothes stained in blood. The audience is left to infer the brutal justice Ray has carried out, reinforcing the lengths he's willing to go to protect his loved ones. This episode is a haunting reminder of the brutal world Ray inhabits and the moral compromises he makes to survive in it. While Mr Inbetween often balances its darker moments with humour, this episode leans heavily into its most serious themes, highlighting Ray's unwavering sense of loyalty and justice. What did you think of this episode? Did Ray's actions feel justified, or did they cross the line? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and join us next time as we continue to unravel the complex and gripping story of Mr Inbetween. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next breakdown here from Film Rich.